The Fat Files absolutely nailed the strategic analysis of Cracker Barrel's rebrand disaster, but he completely missed what I think is the most important part of this story. It's not really about marketing strategy or corporate chess moves. It's about psychology. Specifically, the psychology of a particular type of CEO who destroys beloved American brands, and why they always follow the exact same playbook. Let me paint you a picture. Julie Masino walks into Cracker Barrel headquarters in 2023. She's got the resume, she's got the credentials, she's got that particular look that screams, "I went to business school and I know better than you." You know the look. The bold framed glasses, the perfectly styled hair, the confident smirk that says, "I'm about to disrupt this quaint little operation." And here's the thing that everyone's missing. This isn't really about Cracker Barrel. This is about a specific psychological profile that keeps getting hired to run American institutions, and they destroy them with surgical precision every single time. Think about it. When you hire someone from Starbucks and Taco Bell to run Cracker Barrel, you're not hiring someone who understands Cracker Barrel. You're hiring someone who fundamentally believes that Cracker Barrel's success happened despite itself, not because of itself. In their mind, all these backwards country folk have been stumbling into success for 50 years, and finally, a real business expert is here to show them how it's really done. The psychological term for this is the Dunning-Kruger effect on steroids. These CEOs look at a successful traditional business and immediately see inefficiency, outdated branding, missed opportunities. They cannot comprehend that the problems they see are actually the features that make these places beloved. The old-timey decor isn't a bug, it's the entire point. The traditional logo isn't outdated, it's the reason people trust the brand. But here's where it gets really insidious. These CEOs don't just think they're smarter than the previous management. They think they're smarter than the customers. When Julie Masino goes on Good Morning America and says people are asking, "How do I get a remodel?" she's not just lying to the media. She's revealing her core psychological framework. In her mind, the customers who are angry about the changes are simply too unsophisticated to understand her vision. They'll come around once they see how much better her way is. This is classic narcissistic leadership psychology. The inability to accept that maybe, just maybe, the people who have been successfully running and patronizing this business for decades might know something you don't. Instead, any criticism becomes evidence of the customer's ignorance, not the strategy's failure. And here's the pattern that's absolutely chilling when you start to notice it. Every single one of these corporate makeovers follows the identical playbook. Strip away the character, implement minimalist design, remove anything that might be considered problematic by a focus group of MBA students, and then gaslight everyone when they hate it. It happened to Taco Bell, it's happening to McDonald's, it happened to countless other brands. The psychology behind this is fascinating and terrifying. These CEOs genuinely believe they're saving these brands from themselves. They see traditional American imagery and immediately think liability. They see character and charm and think inefficient branding. They see customer loyalty to tradition and think resistance to innovation. What they never understand is that some things are beloved precisely because they don't change. Cracker Barrel isn't successful despite being a time capsule from 1969. It's successful because it's a time capsule from 1969. In a world where everything is constantly changing, constantly updating, constantly optimizing, Cracker Barrel was the one place that stayed the same. That was its value proposition. But these CEOs cannot psychologically accept that their expertise might not apply. They're like surgeons who insist on performing heart surgery on perfectly healthy patients because that's what they know how to do. The fact that the patient doesn't need surgery is irrelevant. Surgery is what they do. The really tragic part is that this psychological profile gets rewarded by corporate boards. Shareholders love hiring these supposed transformation experts because they promise growth and modernization. But what they actually deliver is the systematic destruction of everything that made these brands special in the first place. And when it inevitably fails, when the customers revolt and the stock price tanks, these CEOs always have the same response. It's not their vision that was wrong, it's the execution. It's not their strategy that failed, it's that people weren't ready for change. The psychological defense mechanisms kick in and they double down rather than admit they fundamentally misunderstood what they were hired to manage. The real question isn't whether Cracker Barrel's rebrand was a brilliant marketing stunt or corporate incompetence. The real question is why we keep hiring people who are psychologically incapable of understanding why these traditional brands work in the first place. Until we figure that out, this cycle is going to keep repeating, and we're going to keep watching beloved American institutions get destroyed by people who think they're saving them.